Atula śarabhō bhīmaḥ samayajñō havirhariḥ sarvalakṣaṇalakṣaṇyō lakṣmīvān samitiñjayaḥ.
Atulaḥ. We've already seen the meaning of this in another nama of the Lord, aprameyaḥ, incomparable. Tula means balance. You know that scale pans which we have two pans connected to a beam. In one of the pans we place all the samagriya, the material, and on the other pan we place the standard weights. And accordingly we buy whatever we want, 1 kg, 2 kg, etc. So that is called as tula. So tula is used for comparison. I want something, how much do we want? 1 kg, therefore we compare whatever we are buying with the standard weight. So Bhagavan, when we address him as Atulaḥ, he means he can never ever be compared with anything that we know of. So he is indefinable, he is indescribable, he is incomparable. Like him there is nobody else. Everything put together also cannot match his glory. All the little glory that we are aware of, our glories, the Devatas' glories, celestial, all of them put together also can never ever match his glory. Nothing can stand in comparison with him. That's the meaning of Atulaḥ. And therefore we have that beautiful story of Krishna tulabara. So leave alone other things, his qualities, his characteristics, his very weight she wanted to compare with her material wealth, Satyabhama. So even his weight could not be compared with anything. Why? The 14 worlds are there in him. How can he be weighed? She tried to weigh him with the sheer material wealth. So in that one little incident, Bhagavan is showing us that he is heavier than the heaviest. So no material wealth, nothing can be compared, nothing can be used to weigh him. And also when Rukmini places the tulsi leaf, immediately the scales tilted, which means he is lighter than the lightest also. Of course, her devotion, it is with her devotion that she, set the scales. She made the scales tilt. The balance tilted by the strength of her sheer devotion. But then from another standpoint, he is heavier than the heaviest, and also he is lighter than the lightest. Very, very light he is. Why? He is so subtle. So he can't be weighed. So it is only in the case of the Lord that opposite qualities align themselves. Normally it is not possible in our realm. Only one of them will hold good for us. Either we are tall or we are short. We can't be tall and short. We can't be thin and fat. We can't be rich and poor at one and the same time. Tadviruddha lakshanas they are. It is only in the case of the Lord that all of them beautifully align themselves. So therefore from one standpoint he is heavier than the heaviest, from another standpoint he is lighter than the lighter. How do we compare such a person? With who? What do we compare him with? So in that sense, incomparable he is. śarabhō. Shara also stands for body, physical body, equipment. So śarabhō means one who dwells in equipment, one who dwells in a body. Bhagavan. Again we have seen the same equivalent meaning for some other nama also. Bhagavan is the one who is the indweller, the inner presence, the life, the light of consciousness in each and every one of us, which is there dwelling in what? In the equipments. Three equipments that we have: gross to subtle, body, mind and intellect. Therefore he is called as śarabhō, one who dwells in and one who allows all the activities to go on according to the equipment. The body functions, the mind feels, the intellect thinks, all because of his presence within. śarabhō is also the word which stands for mystical animal. We are told that amongst the animals, lion is the king of the jungle. in the 10th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita also Bhagavan says, amongst the animals, I am the lion, Simha, he said. We had gone through the meaning of that also earlier. Why Bhagavan has picked up lion amongst all the animals? To say that amongst the animals, I am the lion. So lion has got some special qualities. And also Simha, when we reverse it, it becomes Himsa. So if Himsa is violence, Simha stands for non-violence. If Himsa stands for adharma, Simha stands for dharma. That is why the throne on which the king sits on is called a Simhasana. Asana means seat, Simha means dharma. The seat of dharma is what king is supposed to sit on and then do whatever, perform his duties and responsibilities. So the entire this thing is focused on dharma there. Simha is the word used for it. So there are many other qualities also, so rare special qualities of the lion. And Bhagavan, we are told, took the form of Narasimha avatar, half man, half lion. When he had to kill Hiranyakashipu, Prahlada's father. We know the whole story, we have gone through it also. Narasimha Avatara we went through. What all punishment, ways and means this Hiranyakashipu tried to kill Prahlad. So at the end of it, Bhagavan was so angry. He can't come and kill the Rakshasa in a Saumya form. He has to take on an Ugra form. So he came in his most ferocious form, we are told, Ugra Narasimha is. And then we know that he tore up Hiranyakashipu. So after that we are told he could not be calmed down. That's what the story goes in one of the Puranas. So he was roaring. His anger could not come down. Why? He is taken on half animal aspect. Animals get very, very angry, especially the carnivorous animals. Lion, tiger, they all get very angry. Wild they are. Even the elephant gets wild. So he was very, very ferocious and nobody could control him, and he went around stampeding everywhere, and it looked like Pralaya was almost round the corner. So Bhagavan had to be brought down to Saumya form. At that point of time we are told, none of the Devatas could stand in front of him and pacify him. So Shiva took on a special form. A form which would, lion is supposed to be the one which can even kill the largest of animals. The largest one, the tallest one is the elephant. We know when the wild elephant comes in anybody's way, it will trample everything. It will trample every animal also. But Simha, lion is one, though it is short, though it is not as tall and as large as the elephant, it is the only animal which can kill the elephant. We are told if a lion comes in the dream of an elephant, the elephant will collapse. That's called a Simha Swapna. So that's the power of the lion. It knows how to attack and kill even the biggest of animals. Bhagavan has taken on a lion aspect over there in the Narasimha avatar. So at that point of time, Lord Shiva took on a unique form called śarabhō over there. It was a rare creature. It had the form of a lion. It had 8 legs. It had wings, some extra special features. And we are told this is the animal which is capable of even killing a lion. It's a mystical animal. So Bhagavan is also called a Sarabeshwara. Shiva is called. So here again, though we are dealing with Vishnu Sahasranama, Lord Shiva's names are all coming over here. It just shows to us that Shiva and Vishnu are not two, they are all one and the same. Lord is one. So śarabhō, bhīmaḥ. Bhima is one of the Pandavas, but what is the meaning of Bhima? Bhima means Bhayankara, most terrible. So we are told the Lord is very, very calm, patient. It will come later on also. Bhagavan gives a very long rope to all of us. We keep making mistakes, He warns us. He's got his own methods of warning us and trying to pull us up. But in spite of it all, we continue. The last point, he will get up. And when the Lord gets up to annihilate, to destroy, to punish, nobody can stand in front of him. He becomes the terrible. He becomes Kala himself. In the Bhagavad Gita we have seen, 11th chapter, Vishwarupa Darshan. Arjuna asks Krishna, when he takes on that cosmic form, who are you who has come in front of me in this terrible form? I am shivering, I am terrified, I am scared, he said. He says, he wanted to see the form. Bhagavan has given him the capacity to see it, yet he is feeling terrified. Everything is just going into you. You are devouring everything, swallowing up everything. Who are you? And why have you taken up this form? What is the purpose of this form? Arjuna asks the Lord. And the Lord says, Kalaha I am. And how has he come? Yes, he is time. He is good times and bad times also. Constructive and destructive. And there he says, right now I am the all-destroying time. I have come to destroy. I have come with a purpose. And what destruction is it? It's not a destructive destruction that we are all familiar with. It is a constructive destruction. For the sake of dharma, adharma has to be destroyed. It's for the welfare and the well-being of everybody. So in that sense, bhīmaḥ. When the Lord gets up, nobody can stand in front of him. Rama, we are told, never ever gets angry. So patient, calm he is. But in the Ramayana it comes, and there are such beautiful kirtans also. If Rama gets angry, nobody can stand in front of him. He becomes the terrible. And then when he takes up his bow and fixes up an arrow into it and he releases it, nobody can stand in front of that arrow. One single arrow is enough to show his power, his might, his strength, and the other side is completely annihilated and destroyed. Okabana, the power of just one arrow. He doesn't need many arrows. So like that, Bhima, the terrible. And why does he now and then take up this terrible form? It is just for the sake of bringing back the balance in society. When adharma becomes more, Bhagavan has promised us in the 4th chapter. When adharma rises up, and as a result of it, dharma starts to decline, then I come, he says. I take on an avatar. It's not just the 10 avatars that we are aware of. We do not know how he will come, where he will come, when he will come, in what form he will come, how he will accomplish whatever is his mission over there of protecting dharma and annihilating adharma. So bringing back that dharma samsthapanarthaya. For that, now and then he has to take on an ugra form. Nature also does that. We are told ecology balance is all going. So Gurudev very nicely used to say, she is Mother Nature. So she keeps quiet, patient. She says, my children, they are doing small little mistakes, never mind, I forgive them. But then he said, there's a talk called ecology there. But when she gets up, nobody can stand in front of her. She is the terrible. So in that sense, bhīmaḥ, samayajñāḥ, it can be split up in different ways. Samaya means time. Ñā means to know. So samaya plus ñā means one who knows time. Don't we all know time? We do not know time. As long as we do not know, it's not that we don't know how to read the clock or how to read the watch. It's not that. One who knows time knows how to employ time and use time for something very meaningful and purposeful. At that point of time, he is sporting with time. He is using time. But in our cases, time is employing us. Time is using us. That is why we say, I don't have time for anything. Time is there. Somebody else will say, no, I have time, but we never have time for any. And nowadays, with all our electronic gadgets, which make things, many of our things have become very, very easy, even in the kitchen. But still we say, I don't have time. Which means time is employing us, time is using us, time is the master and we are slaves. So we really do not know what this concept of time itself is. We think we know. That is why in the Bhajagovindam, Adi Shankara says, Kala kridati gacchati ayuhu. Time is sporting. And we do not know, it's slipping away. Age, time is slipping away. 2022 went, 2023 came, and 2023, 1 month already gone, next month going. Already 2 months are just around the corner. 2 months already over. We feel just now, few days back only, we celebrated and we wished everybody Happy New Year. Time flies, we say. So we really do not know exactly what that time is. But Bhagavan is the one who knows what time is. He employs time. He is the master of it. He is the one who created time, father of time, in that sense. In another sense, Sama plus Yajna. Yajna means it's not just the homa and rituals, etc. By now we know from the Bhagavad Gita that all our karma and activities can become a yajna, should become a yajna. All our work we should convert it into a worship. All our karma should become a karma yoga. All our activities must become a yajna. Every activity outside our puja room and outside of the temple also. Whether we are in the kitchen or whether we are eating food, whether we are working in our offices, whatever we are doing, every little piece of activity must become a yajna. So yajna sama, one who knows how to balance himself out in and through all activities. That is why again in the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan says, 2nd chapter, Samatvam Yoga Uchyate, he says. If we can reach that state, inner tranquility, balance, calmness, composure, Bhagavan says you are the best yogi, you are the greatest yogi, he says. And we can find it in all our, in the Lord we find it, we find this characteristic. In all our Jivan Mukta, our masters, we see this quality, attribute in all of them. That samatvam is there in all of them. That balance, equanimity, state of neutral equilibrium, in and through all come what may, but still they never ever lose their balance. For us small little things we lose our balance. It was cold, then we were off balance. Now it's becoming little more hot, again we are off balance. Summer has not yet come. The coffee is not the exact temperature, we lose our balance. The sambar little extra salt or little less salt, we lose our balance. For everything we lose our balance. We are always off balance in our lives. So Bhagavan is not like that. So Sama plus Yajna. He is the one who knows in and through every activity we find a calmness, a sense of tranquility, a sense of composure in him. And even in all our acharyas, in our rishis, in our sages and saints, that state of equilibrium. Another meaning for this again is one who knows all, Nya means to know. One who knows all branches of philosophy, means all branches of knowledge are known to him. We know only little. Even a PhD plus double PhD plus triple PhD, they know the higher we go up, narrower becomes our field of inquiry, investigation. So none of us know everything. But we go around saying, I know everything. Bhagavan is the one who knows everything. In the sense, he is the knowing principle beyond all that we know. Therefore, he knows. In that sense, samayajñā, yajna can be jnana also. Everything he knows. Karma he knows, jnana he knows. So there is nothing that he does not know. In that sense, samayajñā, havirhariḥ. Havir means that the oblation that we offer onto the homa kunda. In a homa, whatever we pour, it's not just the ghee only, but dravyas, whatever we put in, depending on the yajna, that homa that we are performing, various ingredients, samagriyas, dravyas are offered as oblations. Now we already know that a homa or a yajna is our karma. So all that we put into our karma, Simple, our day-to-day activities, whatever we put in, starting from our motive onwards, because without the motive we can't enter into the field of activity. So the motive, then the self-effort that we put in, and then afterwards whatever we need, the ingredient, whatever is required for that, for us to go through that piece of activity. One small little activity it can be. Bhagavan says, havirhariḥ, everything I alone receive. In a homa, whatever we offer, Agni Bhagavan receives it. Agni Bhagavan receives it, but actually the one whom we are invoking through Agni Bhagavan receives it. If we are doing a Gana Homa, it is Lord Ganesha. He is the one who is receiving it. The medium is Agni Bhagavan. If we are doing a Sudarshana Homa, it is Vishnu. Rudra Homa, it is Shiva. Chandi, Devi over there. Navagrahas, the various Navagrahas. So the medium is Agni Bhagavan. We offer whatever we want to offer into the fire, but who is receiving it? The one whom we are invoking. So similarly, Bhagavan has already told us, all your activity, convert it into a worship. So it's as good as being in the puja room over there. What are we doing in the puja room? We are invoking him. And when we invoke him through whatever means, he receives it. Provided we are doing it with Shraddha Bhakti, extended into our various fields of activity. So whatever we do, we are doing, ultimately who receives it all? Lord alone receives everything. Maybe we are doing it for somebody else. I am doing it for my friend, or I am doing it for my family. The bhava that we should have is, I am doing it for the Lord. If the bhava is that we are doing it for the Lord, our work becomes worship, and it will liberate us from our bondage. But if we are doing it with I and mine, it binds us. Because we have become a shareholder of a willingly, voluntarily, we are saying it's my will. So it's not anybody else's chitta, it is I, and I want it, that's it. And when we engage ourselves in the activity, I am doing it. I am putting in my self-effort, I am sweating for it, I am slogging for it, nobody else to help me. So all the credit for me only, we are holding on to it. And of course, when the karma phala comes also, I alone should enjoy it, because I did the piece of work. Why should I allow anybody else to enjoy it? That will bind us. So everything, if we offer it onto the Lord, right from the beginning, when we invoke him, not my will, your will, Hari Chitta, not Narachitta. And when we are going through the activity also, Naham Karta, Hari Karta. And when the karma phala comes, Naham Bhokta, Hari Bhokta, everything he has received. So when he has received it, we know what will be the outcome of it. So that bhava should be there in all of us. So havirhariḥ, everything that, so though it looks like a homa over here, we in its broadest perspective, all activities, whatever we are doing, ultimately it should lead us to, it will lead us to him only. Only some of us would have taken a short route, some of us would have taken a long route, that's all. With I and mind, with little ego and all, we are walking slow, and we have taken a longer route. But all of us are trekking towards the Lord only. Ultimately, we will all reach him only. He knows that. So therefore, he says, whatever you are doing, I am the recipient at the other end. So if that bhava comes to us slowly, everything in us will get purified. Our motives become clean, pure. Evil intentions will not be there. Evil motives will not be there. The destructive motives, I want to harm her, I want her to come down in life, all those things will go. And also when we are transacting in our field of activity, everything will gather a new glow. Why? I am not doing, but he is functioning through me. The texture of the work accomplished will be different when I and mine is there and when I and mine is not there. We can check it up in our own lives. And when the karma phala comes also, the Lord will allow us to enjoy it, but we first offer it onto him. And when we offer it onto him and then he gives it back to us, it becomes prasadam. If we don't offer it onto him, it becomes mine. It will stick to us. Good or bad, it will stick to us. And it will do whatever it's supposed to do. Laws of karmas are very strict. So instead of that, we just hand it over to him. We invoke him and offer it on to him. If we offer it, he will receive. He will never say no. In Bhagavan's dictionary, there is no no. So he will receive it. Once he receives it and then it comes back to us, it becomes prasada. Prasada can only liberate us. So havirhariḥ, sarvalakṣaṇalakṣaṇyō. Lakshya means goal. So all of us want to reach the goal, to reach the Lord. Whatever it is, saguna or nirguna. We want Krishna's darshan. Shivaratri is around the corner. Shiva darshana we want. We want to see him in front of us through our physical eyes. It's not that it is not possible, it is possible. All our acharyas have seen the Lord, just as they have seen any one of us. Dasaru writes, Shiva darshana yenagaitu Shivaratri jagaraneya velayali, he says. So whether it is saguna or whether it is nirguna, experiencing that higher state within us, whatever it is, there is a goal over there. Lakshya. To reach that lakshya or goal, we need to have some lakshanas with us. Lakshanas don't only mean values, lakshana is also knowledge over there. Without knowledge, how will we walk the path? Knowledge is very necessary. The Upanishadic knowledge, the Bhagavad Gita knowledge, all of that should be there. We don't even know what the goal is. So first of all, we should have a knowledge of the goal, and then whether we want to reach it or not, and to reach that goal we need to know what we should undertake. That is knowledge part only. Where is that knowledge? It is there in the scriptures. If we pick up a book and try to read it, we will not understand it. We have to go approach a teacher and learn from him. Upanishad. We must go near. Upa means near. Ni means we must sit down. Down doesn't mean the teacher must be on a higher pedestal and we must be on a lower pedestal. Yes, that also makes a difference. But we are at the receiving end. Lower means at the receptive end. Higher means at the giving end, transmitting end. That's what it means. Shad means to sit down. Sit means we must be, we should allow ourselves to be there for some time for the knowledge to come into us. So Upanishad itself means that. So therefore, lakshya means goal, sarvalakṣaṇalakṣaṇyō. All, and to reach the Lord we have so many techniques. There is no one path. Even if there are 2 or 3 bhaktas walking the bhakti yoga, the path of devotion, each one of them will be following different type of bhakti. Knowledge also. No 2 of us walk the same path. Our constitutions being so different, physically, mentally and intellectually, and we are permutation and combination of all of them, each one of us walks our own path to the Lord. That's why they say alone, we can't walk in a group, go in a group. So therefore, since each one of us needs that right type of knowledge, which alone will help us to reach our lakshya or our goal. So now, is this good or is that bad? Question. Which path should I take? Should I take the path of karma yoga, bhakti yoga, jnana yoga? Should I take up saguna upasana? Should I take up nirguna upasana? Then should I take up the upasana of this deity or that deity? All doubts will come. And then religion to religion. First of all, in ours itself there is so much. Each deity, and we can approach in different ways. And then we have religion to religion, differences also. Bhagavan says, sarvalakṣaṇalakṣaṇyō. All roads lead to me, is what he is saying over here. Such a beautiful tradition is ours, where everything has been so beautifully given. Where is fanatism over here? Where is narrow-mindedness over here? Where is only one viewpoint over here? It's not there at all. Even in Vishnu Sahasranama, Bhagavan is saying, sarvalakṣaṇalakṣaṇyō. I am the one who is known through sarvalakṣanas. So you follow whichever path you want, but follow it rightly, properly. Whether you are following bhakti or whether you are following jnana or whether you are following karma, whatever it is, follow that path properly. So sarvalakṣaṇa means all knowledges include, and if we take it up to Jnana Yoga, there comes argument, debates, inquiry. Methods of inquiries are different. Even in Sankhya Yoga, there are different schools, each of them following different styles, different approach each one has. So sarvalakṣaṇalakṣaṇyō. So will it lead me to the goal? Will it take me up to the goal? Bhagavan says, yes, I am the one who ultimately can be reached through whatever path you are following. All debates, all inferences, all arguments, constructive, because scholars have debates, Advaita, Dvaita, Vishishtadvaita, and there also different sects are there, subsects are there. Bhagavan says, I am the one who is known or who is arrived at through all these methods, whichever be the method. So all that our masters tell us is, you follow whatever is comfortable for you, comfort zone. Who will tell us that? Our master will put us into our comfort zone. He will see what our constitution is and he will suitably guide us. So no two of us will be walking the same path. There is no comparison, there is no contrast. She is following a better path, I am following a lesser path. Nothing like that. Each one of us follows our own path. Why? Bhagavan says, sarvalakṣaṇalakṣaṇyō. I am the one who is reached, irrespective of whatever path you are following, is what he said. So we have to understand it in its broadest perspective. Put in Shaivism, Vaishnavism, all the schools of philosophy, everything, plus other religion, everything has to be put in over here. It's huge. Bhagavan has made it so simple for us. Sarvalakṣaṇalakṣaṇyō. If I am the goal, take up to a path which is comfortable for you. You can reach me by walking the path which you have been told to walk. So sarvalakṣaṇalakṣaṇyō, lakṣmīvān, we've gone through this earlier. Shriman was there, Srinivasa was there earlier, Madhava was there. So lakṣmīvān means the consort of Lakshmi. He stands for Shakta, the Purusha, she stands for Shakti. Dynamism, Prakriti she is. Purusha and Prakriti together are responsible for Srishti, Sthiti and Laya. Brahman himself, one without a second. He becomes the two, we are told. Prakriti and Purusha. This is Shakta and that is Shakti. Both are needed. 9th chapter Bhagavan tells us that. She does whatever, she represents dynamism. She represents the kinetic energy if we take up science. He represents the potential energy. We can't use the word passive because the moment we say passive, it will become, the meaning will change. But in the sense of active and passive. Potential energy, we can't see the dynamism in it, but it is there, energy is there. That is what is called a Shakta, Purusha. So she represents the dynamism part, the movement part over there. Both are needed. That is why we are always, our gods always, they are together depicted in front of us. Brahma will always be with Saraswati. Vishnu will always be with Lakshmi. And Shiva will always be with Parvati. We can never separate them out at all. So lakṣmīvān, again we had gone through it earlier also. Samitiñjayaḥ, again the nama is different but the meaning earlier we had seen it. Anantajit, Sarvajit. So samitiñjayaḥ, Jaya means victory. Samitiñjayaḥ means always victorious, ever victorious. There is nothing that in vain is not there in his dictionary at all. Nothing is in vain. If Bhagavan, he is Satya Sankalpa, Harichitta Satya, and Dasura has made it very simple for us. When he wills, that's it. It will go to its logical conclusion. It will come to its logical conclusion. Never ever will it be the other way. There is no loss, there is no defeat over there on that side. So, Samitiñjayaḥ means ever victorious he is. always. No question of Bhagavan ever not fulfilling whatever he has made a sankalpa of. That's the meaning of that. Samitiñjayaḥ.